Good morning, everybody. All things in this video are alleged and from my opinions only. They are used for entertainment purposes. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Okay, this is the Family Business New Orleans. This is season 1, episode 2, Rest No Peace. So this is the second episode of the Family Business New Orleans, which is a spinoff of the original Family Business. And with this episode, we'll see where Sean LeBlanc's people are dumping 2 bodies in the swamp. Basically, they are dumping Red and his son or grandsons. The people, when he was trying to take the club, people bodies that they killed in the club, they're now trying to dump their bodies, basically. And while dumping their bodies, they see somebody sitting in a car smoking. Well, they only see the smoke coming out the car. Nobody knows who it is. They roll up on the car and they get the guy out of the car, and we don't know who it is. We find out who it is. And they are from the original Family, and so it's a familiar face. So we find out who it is, but right now we don't know who it is. I heard the voice, and I recognized the voice when I heard it, but you know, it is what it is. We'll see Floyd still getting his doggone voodoo coochie. This lady got, oh my God, she got him crazy. So back in New York, when we'll see everybody getting ready to get on the plane to come to New Orleans. So one of the Duncan trucks roll up. They roll up. And they don't know who it is. So they assume that it's Orlando because Marquise think it's an enemy or whatever the case may be. And they was like, dude, be cool. Look at the license plate. It's one of our cars. So they think it's Orlando coming to say bye. But we find out it's Nene who says if her kids are going to New Orleans, she going to New Orleans too. So basically, she comes to go, and he was like, Vegas felt like they needed some more help. So the security guard is going also. Next, we're going to see the funeral procession for Pierre LeBlanc. You know, they walking down the street, singing and dancing, and whether or not this is what they actually do in New Orleans, I don't know. I wouldn't want to do it, but they actually walking around singing and dancing, going down the street behind the body. So there's that. So Pooch, or should I say Floyd, goes to see one of the guys that was at the club when Pierre offed himself. So they're trying to talk because he was like, you know, he wanted to talk to him to find out what his mindset was or whatever. And he was like, him and the other guy were getting ready to go see Sean LeBlanc to let him know what happened so that they can get this reward money. It's $100,000. And so Floyd is like, but my sister already paid y'all. And they're like, shoot, that's pennies. We can give you that back. And they're like, but you said you wasn't going to say anything. It was like, why would I keep that? This dude is offering $100,000. We didn't kill him. He killed himself. So why can we not just, which I thought would have made sense from the get-go, to just tell the truth. But hey, but they didn't. So we're here. So and so we're here, and so he's trying to talk to him, and he was like, well, you lied. He pulled the gun out on him and told him, you lied to me. He was like, what did I lie about? He said you knew how to keep your mouth shut, but obviously you don't. So Floyd, Pooch got a body. Pooch called him a body, y'all. Floyd called him a body. So he took him out. And then we'll go to the next scene with the other guy, they were supposed to be going together, I'm assuming, because the guy called and he was like, where you at? Because, I'm going to go talk to him by myself and I just get all the money myself. So it is what it is. So right as he was putting the phone down, and I'm not for certain if he hung that phone up. That's the part that got me. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I don't know. But Floyd knocks on the door and the guy opens the door and he was like, Floyd, and he tries to take off running and Floyd shoots him. So Pooch caught 2 bodies. He caught him 2. He done caught 2 bodies in this doggone episode. Just in this episode alone, old Pooch Hall done caught him 2 bodies. So I don't know if the guy fully hung up. I don't know. But of course, he wiped the place clean for where he went because he went no further than the door. But he wiped that clean. That's just like when he did the other dude, he sat down in the chair before he offed him, but he cleaned that too before he left. So there's that. And then next, Lord, y'all remember the family business and the cuckoo crew, Larry and his cuckoo crew, Larry the son, the crazy lady and the man. I can't remember the crazy folks. Either way it go, we see them together driving. So this is where I'm going to assume they went after they left the nut house. After they flew the nut house, they just, the last time we saw them, they was just riding, right? So this picks up again with them riding. And like I said, they got a lot of familiar faces in this doggone series. But then they pick up with them riding, and the nuts robbed the doggone drugstore. They robbed the drugstore. I guess Larry was looking for some particular medication that he needed, but the nuts robbed the drugstore. So if you don't know, the nuts are back. Now, they're going to act a fool? Probably. But hell, all these folks nuts. The daddy, the son. Yeah, the girl. I can't even think of that fool name. Holly. Holly is her name. And the other guy. Y'all know who I'm talking about. If y'all watch the show, y'all know who I'm talking about. So back at Sean LeBlanc's, I guess, hideout or wherever they at, they are beating up on the guy that they found in the car. And they got his head tied up and they hitting him or whatever. And he was like, you don't know who I am? I'm like, that's Sebastian. And they just hitting on him and knocked him back out. Like, I know that's Sebastian. But of course, the face still covered up. So we can't verify. So at that moment, but in my mind, this is Sebastian. But we're back at the house and LeBlanc's wife is trying to get her some. And she was like, you ain't touched me in months or whatever the case may be. And he's talking about he preoccupied and he finna go handle some business and pour something out for the brother. Either way it go, he shows up down there where Sebastian and the crew are. And they go in and they punch on him a little bit and they take the bag off of his head and voila, it's Sebastian. And of course he said that y'all don't know who I am, y'all don't know who I am. Sebastian being Sebastian, talking shit. But that's Sebastian. And he was like, he wasn't talking to anybody but the boss. He ends up finding out that Pierre, because he thought Pierre was the boss. But he ended up finding out Pierre's not the boss. Sean is actually the boss. And he lets them know about the business deal in their head where he was feeling, had lined the car up with however many keys of Coke or whatever he put in the car. That white girl or whoever she is. So now Sean got his little wheels turning. He was like, because the brother was having to pay $15 a key or whatever the case may be. He told him he'll give him 13.5 and order 35 more because they was talking about how pure and how good it was, of course. So I'm like, in my mind, when I'm sitting here listening to this, that he had all these keys that he was getting from Sebastian. And I'm like, so is that why y'all? So you done sat here and you done gambled all your money in the club. You done lost all your money. So when Sebastian gets there, you don't have any money to pay him. So is that why you? That's why you took yourself out. That's just me and what I'm putting together. And something still might come about where he didn't even kill himself. But as right now, that's what I'm rolling with. But I digress. Anyway, they ended up letting him know that Pierre got capped. So now Sebastian and Sean LeBlanc is now in business together. There's that. Next, we're going to see where the Duncan family reunites. And of course, you know, they all, I don't know if Big Shirley and Nene got some kind of little situation going on about who can cook the best, but they had a little squabble there for a minute. But after she told them to go in to eat some buffet or whatever, and after they walked off, she's like, you must think I'm stupid. You took your tail to New York. You like, yeah, I did. So she's like, get in my office now. He's like, yes, ma'am. So he goes into the office talking about, you wanted to see me. She slaps him. She getting a kick out of slapping this boy, but hey, I digress. And she was like, you ran to New York. He was like, yeah, I did something that you were too proud to do. And she's like, you damn right. I'm too proud to crawl to LC to ask for his help or something. And he said he didn't crawl. He flew private. You're being disrespectful. Let's see where he was being disrespectful, but I digress. But my thing is, you want this man to take over this business and you treat him like a child. And I think that happens with a lot of parents, especially mothers. They treat their sons as if they don't grow up. You gotta let your kids grow up. Big Shirley, you gotta let the children grow up. So he was basically letting her know, he's, you know, you've been grooming me to take over the business since I was 10. I'm not a little boy, I'm a grown ass man. Basically, respect me. Respect me, mama. He said, I'm a Duncan and we fight. I don't know about fighting, but y'all definitely kill. Anyway, we go see where Larry calls Nene, lets her know that he's back on her meds. He's telling her to pack her things and get away cross. She lets him know that she's no longer in New York. She's actually in New Orleans. And, you know, she said after she leaves New Orleans, she's going to go back to New York and then she'll head to Waycross. Now, he was like, cool, take care of yourself. I love you, whatever the case may be. Then after, you know, they hang up the phone, Curtis asks his mom who she was talking to. She lies and somehow she was talking to Chippy. Bitch, you wasn't talking to no Chippy. Maybe y'all be lying for no reason. You was talking to your husband. That's all you had to say. But anyway, on the other end of the spectrum, baby, Crazy Larry and the gang is coming to New Orleans. What y'all think about New Orleans? Shit, it never been. I've always wanted to go. So the crazy crew, Larry and the crazy crew is headed to New Orleans. So basically, there's going to be more people to be on the side of Marquise and Big Shirley. So they going to need it because David Banner look like he's killer, y'all. He's killer. He's killer. But anyway, next, we're going to hear where Big Shirley is talking about the skunk. I don't know who the skunk is, but they was talking about him, and she said she like him or whatever the case may be. Next thing we know, we see the skunk come up, and he was telling her he needs to talk to her, is life or death. And she's telling him that, you need to talk to Floyd. Floyd is going to handle it, whatever it is. And he was like, but he really wanted to talk to her. And she said, no, you got to talk to Floyd. So he goes to talk to Floyd. And Floyd asks him, what's going on, what's up? And he says to Floyd, $50K. And of course, Floyd is $50K for what? What the hell am I paying you $50K for? But we didn't get that. So Floyd basically tells him to go fuck himself. My thing was, if you're trying to blackmail somebody to keep your mouth closed, wouldn't it make sense to tell the people why you are asking for $50K? Skunk didn't do that. So remember back when I said there was a dude that was peeping through the bushes or whatever and saw them loading up the body? Yeah, that would be Skunk. This is where we find out that's who that was. And evidently he has a gambling problem. But still, you're asking them for $50K, but you're not telling them, hey, I saw you load that body up. You didn't tell them that. So they unsure. You just asking them for money and they don't know why. At 50 grand at that. So he basically brushed his ass off. So after Floyd walks off, Skunk says, I was just wanted $50K to keep my mouth closed, which that is what the fuck you should have told the folks. You didn't say that. You just said $50K. You just said $50K. These people don't know what the fuck. You just saying $50K. What the fuck $50K for? But he goes, I just wanted $50K to keep my mouth closed, but you just gave me 100,000 reasons to go see Sean LeBlanc. Baby, you wanted to go anyway, because that was your plan anyway. Because if you wanted to keep your mouth closed, you would have told them what the $50K was for, but you didn't. The only thing you said is you wanted $50K. So this is how I guess the whole thing is going to get started back up, because right now they had already killed everybody else that was in connection to this. So they had a person that they didn't know that actually witnessed them loading the body, but they don't know if he killed him or not. They just saw him load the body. But that's the way this episode ends. And sometimes I feel like some people need to mind their business because you all in this situation and you don't know what's going on. But I digress. As right now, I do like the episode. I don't think the second episode or this particular episode had a whole lot going on. But of course, it's a new show. We got to build up. So I'm looking forward to how it goes, because even with the family business, the original, it has some episodes that aren't the best, but I enjoyed it. We're going to see how this go. And that's going to be it for this particular episode. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Drop down in the comments. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode. What do you think about the season thus far? All right. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.